Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be going over the 8 aspects of God. Now, when I go over the 8 aspects of God, such examples will be light, sound, peace, calmness, love, joy, wisdom, power, etc., etc. When I mention these 8 aspects of God, these are the 8 aspects of you, the person that's watching this video right now. Once I go over these 8 aspects of God, these examples that I mentioned in this video, these are some of the aspects that we all have within ourselves. These are the 8 aspects of our own selves because we are not separate from the Creator, right? We need to realize that. We need to think about this. We need to marinate on this. We are not separate from God. We are God and God is us. So once we step into our divine powers, once we align with the universal frequencies, once we become in tune with God's frequency, and we have that self-realization about ourselves, and we are rich internally within the spirit, then we're able to manifest and to be able to align with these 8 aspects of God. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be going over the 8 aspects of God that you need to know and that you need to tap into. All right. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started. Class is in session. All right. So the first aspect we got is light. All right. So we know that God, the Creator, God is the embodiment of light. All right. God is the definition of light. God is the symbol of light. All right. So God is the macrocosm. Think about God as a macrocosm, and we as human beings, we are the microcosm of God. We are the microcosmic aspect of the Creator. All right. And so we all have that inner light within ourselves. We all have that divine light within ourselves. Well, it's up to us to make that decision to tap into that universal consciousness, to tap into that universal light that's within us. So you see, different spiritual masters, ascended masters, Krishna, Yeshua, Buddha, Thoth, the Atlantean priest king, all these different individuals from our ancient past. They all came, they presented their messages in different ways, spoke about things in their own unique ways, presenting their messages in different ways, in their own creative ways. But they're all speaking the same thing. They're all talking about the same thing. And what is that thing exactly? That the light, that the divine is within all of us. Divinity is within all of us. So we don't take the time, most of us don't take the time to tap in with ourselves. We don't take the time to get to know ourselves, developing that self-realization about ourselves, understanding who we truly are, understand that we are more than just this physical body. We are more than just this physical flesh, this physical vehicle. Our souls, our spirits, they're encapsulated in this temporal body that's only temporary, that's only finite within this third dimensional realm. So we need to realize that, we need to understand that. In order for us to develop ourselves, step into our manifestation power, step into our godlike powers, divine powers that we all possess, that we all uniquely possess. It's time for us to tap in with ourselves, to understand and to unleash that light that's within ourselves that's dormant in most of us. So, I'm here to present this video and to remind you all that you need to step into your God power. You need to step into your divine light, because that's your birthright. All of our birthrights is to step into our divine powers, to unleash that light, to be as creative as possible, because we are creative individuals. All of us are here for a purpose, but we all have different purposes in life, and we all have different roads to cross. We all have different pathways. We're all on different spiritual journeys. All right. So the first aspect of God is light. You have that inner light. That divinity is within you. And you need to take advantage of that. You need to take the opportunity to wake up that divinity that's within you. So the second aspect of God is sound. All right. So on a macrocosmic level, For example, again, God, the Creator, was able to manifest this entire universe, the entire, the planets, the galaxies, the cosmos, entities, human beings, all these different things. God was able to manifest this entire universe through sound and vibration. All right. So when we think of sound, when we're communing with the spirit, think of, the indigenous people, indigenous tribes, when they're going through the different rituals and, doing certain chants, or, doing certain meditative chants, and, singing, and, music, and all these different things. All these different sounds and all these different frequencies and vibrations is able to uh, is able to emanate, and is able to create this spiritual well-being, is able to create this spiritual power that's within us, is able to provoke the energy and the frequency and the vibration of, within us and everything around us. So sound plays a huge part in our overall well-being. Sound plays a huge part in our mind, our consciousness. Sound plays a huge part within our bodies, our cells, our organs, all these different things. All right, so sound is, a universal concept. Sound, vibration, frequency, it plays a big part in our everyday lives. All right. So chanting, music, dancing, celebration, nature, all these different things. Sound plays a big part in how we move, how we maneuver through everyday life. So the second aspect of God is sound, by communing with the spirit and understanding frequencies and vibrations and all those different things. So the third aspect of God would be peace. All right. So when we have peace, we experience peace. We're able to think things, and we're able to, just be in a calm state, to be in a restful state. We have a clear mind. We have a clear perception about ourselves. We have a clear perception of what's going on around us. All right. We don't, absorb everything that we see. We don't absorb everything that we encounter. It's all about observing at the end of the day. So do not absorb, but observe. All right. So we get so caught up in our everyday lives. We get so caught up in our jobs, our financial situations, our bills, our relationships, our kids, our families, all these different things. That's outside of us. But once we step into that state of peace, when we're able to sit down with ourselves, be in our meditative state, meditating, just being alone with our thoughts, doing the shadow work, working on ourselves, working on the dark side of ourselves, just, being in a constant state of improvement every single day with our lives. All right. So we put so much, effort, and we put so much of our care and our attention towards everybody else, but we don't take the time to actually take care of ourselves. We don't actually take the time to nourish and to help ourselves in a positive way, mentally, physically, spiritually, etc., etc. So when we take the time to step away from the outside world, we take away to step away from our outside problems and commune with the spirit, commune with our higher selves, then we're able to experience that peace that we always wanted. All right, so peace is a very powerful thing. Peace, it just relaxes your mind, it relaxes your body, and it just, makes you think more clearly. All right. So the third aspect of God is peace, that heavenly peace. So the fourth aspect of God is calmness. Now, calmness is more dynamic and more powerful than peace. All right. When you are just calm, just like with peace, for example, when you're just in, just have more mental clarity, you have you're in a very relaxed state. You're in a very blissful state. You're just, nothing can shake you up. Nothing outside of yourself can shake you up. All the problems that you may be going through in your life, all the hard times, all the troubled times, all the deceit, the people stabbing you in the back, people mistreating you, people talking about you in a negative way or in a certain way. You just have that calmness about yourself. You are the peacemaker in the room. You're able to handle disputes. You're able to calm people down. You're able to, make up a plan to, come forth with a plan on how you can solve a certain problem or solve a certain project, or you're just a very calm individual. You're able to calm everybody in the room. Everybody's going through chaos. Everybody's arguing and fighting and bickering, and they're just in a state of shock and chaos. They don't know what to do. But you, on the other hand, you have that calm, peaceful presence about yourself, and that's what people like. That's what makes you a great leader, because great leaders always know how to be calm in certain situations. Great leaders always know how to be calm in certain directions in their lives when they're making certain decisions and taking forth different actions in their life. All right. So the fifth aspect of God is calmness, which is more powerful and dynamic than peace. So the fifth aspect of God is love. All right. So when we think about love, right, what is your definition of love? What do you think love is? Is love from a significant other, from your husband, from your wife, from your kids? Is love from maybe a friend? Love being from a coworker? Love being, money? What is your definition of love? Many people think that love, is something that's outside themselves, or maybe love is, just, unconditional love from a significant other, or from, something outside themselves, from an outside source. Well, in my opinion, I believe that the real definition of love is divine, is that divine love, that love that you feel internally. All right. You ever have that sensation, that feeling inside yourself where you just have all this abundance, you have all this love, you're just in a state of bliss. You're just in a state of, you're just always positive. You always try to be positive. Our lives may not be perfect and may not go 100% all the time, but most of the time when you're just in a state of bliss, you're just in a state of love, and you operate from the law of one. I believe the true definition of love is when one operates from the law of one, because we are all one and we are all connected. That's what the law of one is. We are all interconnected in any way, shape, or form. Because many people, they try to lie to us, say, oh, you're different from this sort of set of people, or you have your own identity and all these different things. You're separate from other people. When you come to realize that we are all one, we are all interconnected on an energetic and spiritual level, then that's when you start to operate under divine love. You understand what the true definition of love is. Because even, the golden rule, as Yeshua will always state, treat others as you want to be treated. Because the person that you are talking to, the person that you are negotiating with, that you're having an interview with, that you're talking to, that's another version of you. That's, you have to think of that other person as another version of you. So if you're disrespecting this person, or, calling somebody out their name, or, speaking about somebody in a negative way, you are basically disrespecting yourself. You are basically talking about talking negatively about yourself. I believe when people start operating on that type of mentality, when they're interacting with different people on a day-to-day basis, that will change, that will change the way you see about people. That will change your perspective on how you see people and who you interact with every day. All right. So, fifth aspect of God is love, which is divine love. So, the sixth aspect of God is joy. So, when you have joy, like I mentioned, when you are just calm and you just had that feeling, you just had that joyful feeling inside all the time. You have that divine joy. You have that joy that you feel like the universe is always on your side. You feel like nothing outside you can shake you. You just feel like you're like on the right path in life. You're on that narrow right path in life. You feel like nothing can go wrong in your life. You just, if anything tries to shake you up, if anything tries to break you down, you're standing 10 toes down. You just flow through life in a positive direction, and nothing can take away your happiness. All right, joy is within you. Always remember that joy is always within you. Joy, you can't find joy outside of yourself. You can't find joy from other people. You can't find joy from money, from your business, from your job. Nothing outside you can bring you joy like the joy that you have from within, from God, from the Creator. All right, so trying to find joy outside of yourself is like trying to light a candle outside in the daytime. Or when you're trying to find joy outside of yourself, that's like trying to teach a cat how to bark. You know what I'm saying? You just can't find joy like that. Joy can't be perceived. Joy can't be obtained from other external circumstances. The real joy is within you. The real joy is encapsulated within yourself. All right, so always remember that, guys. Joy is that divine joy, which you can only attain from spiritual currency that's within you. All right, so the sixth aspect of God is that divine joy. So that seventh aspect of God is wisdom. Now, when I say wisdom, I don't mean, worldly wisdom, wisdom that you get from school, different institutions, universities, books, all these different things. That's not the true wisdom that one can obtain. That's not the true wisdom that one can uphold. All right, the true wisdom is that divine wisdom, that divine intelligence, that that wisdom that supersedes this third dimensional realm, this wisdom that supersedes this worldly wisdom. All right, when you have that divine intelligence, when you have that divine wisdom, you're able to think outside the box. You're able to think about things from a totally different perspective, from a higher perspective. You're able to think about things from a higher perspective. All right, so when people are, people want to debate with you, or talk about this with you, or talk about this certain subject, because you just operate at a different frequency. When you operate at a different consciousness level, it's going to be pretty hard to debate with somebody that's not on your frequency, that's not on your consciousness level. So you just have a different mind. You just you have reshaped your whole consciousness. You just think differently. You don't think like everybody else. You don't look at certain things within this world the same way as the average ordinary person, right? So the seventh aspect of God is that divine wisdom and that divine intelligence, something that you can't get within this world, something that you can't obtain or learn from within this world. It all comes from the universal consciousness. It all comes from the universe. It all comes from within. So I'm going to keep iterating, keep repeating this. Everything, the wisdom from the ancestors, all this power that you can obtain, these spiritual gifts, the presence, the influence, all these different things. All of this is within us. All of this stuff is within us. So it's up to us to tap into that source. It's up to us to tap into that fractal of God that's within us. All right. So the seventh aspect of God is that divine wisdom and that divine intelligence. So last but not least, the eighth aspect of God is power. All right. So from a macrocosmic level, God was able to manifest this entire universe through the mind. That's why God is called the universal intelligence or the universal mind. God was able to manifest, the different planets, the galaxies, the star systems, the cosmos, everything that you can think of, aliens, entities, human beings, animals, all these different things. God was able to manifest everything through the creation of the mind. All right. So from a microcosmic aspect, humans are able to tap into their manifestation powers as well. Well, it's all about it's all about the consciousness level. Where you are consciously, where are you at internally? What is your frequency? What is your frequency on? Are you vibrating at a high frequency or are you vibrating at a low frequency? When you're vibrating at a high frequency, you're able to manifest more things that you want and that you want to obtain in your life. It could be, a car, a nice car, a new job, you land a new job, a new house, a significant other, a partner, just a more loving, happy life, whatever the case may be. If you're vibrating at a lower frequency, you're going to be manifesting more negative people in your life, more negative circumstances. The universe operates based on what type of frequency you're on. All right, so you always got to remember that we have the power to manifest anything that we desire. We have the power to be in a specific situation that we want to align with. But it all depends on your consciousness level and your frequency. All right, so make sure if you want to achieve bigger and better things, if you just want to be a more positive, much bigger person in life, if you suffer from addictions or you've just been a troublemaker, you just want to change your life, be sure to tap into that universal love and that universal consciousness. All right, so always have to remember that and always stay 10 toes down and always try to, just better yourself overall. Just always be the bigger person. Always be the bigger person, show love to your neighbor, help others, help yourself, and just be the light of this world. As Yeshua would say, you are the light of the world. We always have to remember that we are the light of the world. It is our job to bring heaven to earth. All right, so that is our birthright. So the eighth aspect of God is power. We have the power of creation and we have the power of manifestation, and we can do all things if we tune in to that frequency, when we tune into that God frequency. All right. All right, guys, so these are the 8 aspects of God that you need to know. Light, the inner light that's within all of us, that divinity that's within all of us. Sound, communing with the spirit, chanting, music, frequency, vibration, all that plays into the sound. Peace, that heavenly relief that we have within ourselves. Calmness, which is more dynamic and powerful than peace. Love, true definition of love is that divine love, operating under the law of one. Joy, that divine joy. You can't get joy outside of yourself, it only contains within. Wisdom, that divine intelligence. You're able to think outside the box and think from a higher perspective. And power, the power of creation and the power of manifestation. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully you were able to, take some inspiration from this video, take some, love out of this video, some wisdom. These 8 aspects of God are also the 8 aspects of yourself. We are not separate from the Creator. So once we tap into that power, when we step into our divine light, our divine will, our divine intelligence, they were able to experience all 8 aspects into our lives and manifest all of these 8 aspects in our lives. All right? So till next time, and always remember, all power resides from within, and always keep the faith because God in the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys, and God bless.